global warming? Global warming is when the Earth's temperature rises and the Earth becomes warmer. Global warming is mainly caused by human activities, for instance deforestation, burning of the fossil fuels and much more. How can global warming affect Antarctica? Antarctica will be affected greatly. For example, icebergs will melt, sea levels will rise, and animals and humans will be affected hugely. How can we prevent this from happening? The things we can do to prevent this from happening could be to ride our bikes or walk to places, turn off electricity when we're not using it, or not cut down trees for our own goods. What are the negative things of human activities in Antarctica? There are many negative things that can affect Antarctica. Killing, touching, or even going near the wildlife can cause them to react unnaturally, which can lead to animals dying. Therefore, there will be many endangered or even extinct species. Even fishing can cause animals to become endangered or extinct. Mining can also enhance global warming, which will cause icebergs to melt, sea levels to rise, and animals and humans will be affected greatly. How can human activities in Antarctica affect Australia? It will not just affect Antarctica, but also many other countries such as Australia. Mining in Antarctica can enhance global warming, which will cause sea levels to rise all over the world by 1 metre in the next 100 years. This will cause tsunamis and floods, which will affect humans in Australia hugely. What are the positive effects of human activities in Antarctica? The positive effects is that we will find many minerals. We could also discover a new animal or even a new plant which could possibly have a cure to cancer or other sicknesses. How can we overcome the negative effects? We can overcome the negative effects by limiting the amount of fish we can catch, to do more observation rather than killing, touching or going near the wildlife. We could also give back to the environment after mining. For instance, we could cut off areas where we cannot mine. Thank you for listening.
G'day, I'm Addie. How you going? Today I'll be talking to you about two animals that live in Antarctica. Firstly, the emperor penguin. Habitat. Emperor penguins live in the southern hemisphere, which is one of the most coldest parts in Antarctica. Although, emperor penguins are not the only animals that live in the southern hemisphere, such as various species of fish and Adelie penguins. These animals live on the coastline, but emperor penguins breed inland to avoid predators. Diet. Emperor penguins are carnivores, which means they eat things like fish, crustaceans, and squid. When they catch their food, they are not only just feeding their families, but also themselves. Breeding. Emperor penguins have to travel 60 to 100 miles in April to find a partner to mate with in May. After they finish mating, the fathers incubate the egg while the mother goes to find food. She's gone for about 2 to 3 weeks. Now I'll be talking about krill. Habitat. Krill live in a large geographic area in a massive belt between the Antarctic continent and the polar front. Juvenile krill prefer the surface of inshore waters beneath the sea ice. Diet. Krill feed on plankton and also algae that forms on the underside of sea ice. Krill gather in swarms of millions and billions. They are able to grow so many numbers because of the availability of so much algae and plankton in Antarctica. Breeding. Female krill can lay up to 10,000 eggs at one time. Krill breed in spring and not winter. Now to the ad break.
Now enjoy almond milk at Dunkin' Donuts. Jimbo's Sofa Sale, Saturday only. Netflix, watch your favorite shows on your TV. Burgers are better at...
Hi, I'm Megan, and right now in Antarctica it is minus 65 degrees. From 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. will be minus 58 degrees, and from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. it will be negative 48 degrees, and tomorrow there'll be a slight shower and clouds in the sky. In Antarctica, near the coast, temperatures can exceed to negative 10 degrees in summer. although in winter it can fall below -40 degrees. Off the water's edge on higher ground during summer, it can exceed to -30 degrees, but in winter it can fall below -80 degrees. Near the coast, the weather can rise 10 degrees in summer and fall 40 degrees lower in winter. The precipitation in Antarctica is mostly snow. In the higher plateau of East Antarctica, there is less than 59 milliliters of rain per year, although in coastal regions, about 200 milliliters of rain can fall yearly. The strong winds of Antarctica are called katabatic winds. Katabatic wind is when cold, thick snow flows down a mountain, plateaus or hills and flows down the contour of the ground. A whiteout is a weather condition. It is when visibility is reduced to rapid acceleration of wind creating snow or sand to wash around. A blizzard is when snow is picked up and thrown along the surface by harsh winds. Objects further than 3 feet are invisible while in a blizzard. There are around 8 to 10 blizzards a year in Antarctica. Thank you. Now onto an ad break.
Hi, my name is Sydney and I will be talking about Shackleton's journey today. Sir Ernest Henry Shackleton was a British explorer with a dream to be the first person to cross the Antarctic continent on foot. In 1914, Shackleton and his crew aboard the Endurance departed for Antarctica. By January 1950, the Endurance had become trapped in the Antarctic Sea ice. The ship remained trapped for 10 months until the ice finally crossed the ship and all men had to abandon her. The men decided to try and reach land after spending months floating on ice floes. They launched 3 small lifeboats and spent 7 days at sea until they finally reached Elephant Island. However, Elephant Island was inhospitable and chances of rescue were bleak. Shackleton knew he had to take action to save his men. Shackleton then took a few people to South Georgia with him to get help. They went up and down small ice mountains and finally they reached help. After he got help, he then went back to Elephant Island months later and rescued the cube.
Oh, 7